Hello and welcome to Fernbus Simulator with me, Kevin Sawyer. And you join me today in the depot. We've got the small bus again. Let's jump in and get her started up and away. I've played about with the settings today on the wheel, so I'm hoping that's either going to be an improvement or unimprovement. It's going to make things better or worse. Let's first of all switch on all the switches that we can. Turn that on, turn AC on, turn it to a nice toasty 22.5, that's what they seem to like. And turn ABS on, and I figured out you can actually reduce the ride height of the coach, so I'm going to try it on that today and see if that makes any difference. Right, let's bring the side lights on. Right, put her in gear. So I've now set the wheel so I don't know what that button actually meant to do. It does something. Don't know what though. I'll have to remember what keys I've set to what. Oh, that might set the retarder on and off. Or is that retarder? No. I can't remember. Right, so we can't go this way. We have to go this way. I've kind of increased my my steering wheel back to default. I'm going to play about again with it because I've also got to try it on ATS, see how we'll get on with it. Just for these 2 episodes. If I don't like it at default, then I'll leave it. I'll adjust it back to the settings I prefer. Make sure we don't curb it. Feels a bit more responsive now. I've kind of played about with it. A little bit more responsive. Talking of ATS, I'll mention it into ATS in a bit more detail. But I'm planning to build a button box. As I say, I will mention it more in ATS. But basically, it's a set for you guys that obviously seen it on Late Gamers. I posted a picture or video link of it, of a button box that these guys are making. In my mind's mind, I started thinking, that looks cool. You know, but it looks very expensive. How could I get around actually making my own one? And that's what went through my mind. And that's, at some point in the future, I'm going to make my own, hopefully. I've been doing some research into it. For you guys that don't know what a button box is, it's basically a set of buttons or switches you can make up or buy pre-made for you. And basically then you can key them buttons to work in your game. So, you know, you can have like toggle switches for on and off engines or for lights and stuff like that. I'll put a link in description down below for you guys that don't obviously use late gamers. We need to turn here. Don't. Sorry, mate. I didn't mean to do that. Didn't mean to cut you up. Does definitely feel a bit more responsive now. It's still a little bit on the vague side, but I've got to remember this isn't. The steering's always been a bit vague on this. I've turned the actual the force feedback off on this temporarily, purely because all it was doing is just when we were going over the back bumps and stuff, it was just going nuts. So right, stop it there. Open both the doors. Turn the engine off. But I hope you guys are all well, if I haven't asked already, and enjoying your days, whatever you're doing. Right, you guys can put in your bags. Right.
Hi, ich würde gerne ein Ticket kaufen.
Better log into the Flexbus phone here. She wants to go to there. We only got the one stop today. I'll quickly show it on my. Just sell this ticket quickly, and then I'll show you. We're only going from here to here today. In the live stream, we sort of like I had to leave it when I think I was here and I was heading towards here. I can't remember, but because we ran out of time, couldn't get any further around. But I think no, we did make it to this, I believe. I think we made it. I can't remember. But anyway, today's plan: go to this destination. Next episode is probably going to be a two-part, because that looks like quite a long distance from here to here. And then I'll just, work it as I go round. Here is going to be quite interesting. I'm going to try and clump these all together if I can, because they all look pretty. At least these three anyway, because they look all pretty close to each other. And then I'll do these two and another one. But we're slowly getting around. We're now at the bottom half of the map, so we'll work our way right back down to here where we began from, and then sort of like views permitting, I'll see, what the situation is with people. If people are still enjoying the episodes, I'll then sort of like go somewhat crisscross different ways through the actual map itself. So I'll go from one side to the other this way and vice versa. But anyway, that's today's plan. It's she's going to disappear, magically disappear. I know they're going to be working on that. Yeah, we're going there, so express check-in.
Auf geht's.
No, we've got other customers. Sorry, love.
Ich würde gerne ein Ticket
She wants to buy a ticket, so yep. Express check-in for you. No, we can't go.
Grüezi, ist das gültig?
Yep, you're going where we're going, so express check-in.
Dankeschön.
Danke.
Grüezi, bitte sehr.
I think you might have the wrong bus, sir. We're not going there. So I'm going to say
Och,
no.
nö.
Sorry.
Hallo, ich benötige noch ein Ticket für die Fahrt.
Got a few people wanting to buy a ticket today, so check that.
Danke.
Danke.
Mahlzeit, ist das gültig?
Yeah, we're going there, so express
sehr.
check-in.
Hallo, das Ticket. Bitte schön.
Yeah, express check-in.
Cool.
Cool.
Mahlzeit, mein Ticket.
Yep.
Dankeschön.
Your papers are all in order.
Mahlzeit. Bitte sehr.
We're not going there. Sorry.
Menno.
Sorry.
Grüezi, mein Ticket.
Yeah, we're going there.
Dankeschön.
Danke.
Tag. Ich hoffe, ich bin hier
Yeah,
richtig.
we're going there.
Ciao.
Thank you.
Hello. Ist das gültig?
Yeah,
Danke sehr.
danke.
Mahlzeit. Bin ich hier richtig?
Yeah, we're going there.
Danke sehr.
Danke. You got a twin brother, mate. He's having a bit of a nervous breakdown now. I think he's
Servus. Sie wollen bestimmt mein Ticket sehen.
express check-in. Yeah,
Cool.
cool. Yeah.
Hm? Ich nehme dann den nächsten Bus.
Okay.
Hi, fahren Sie in
As
meine
long as you're
Richtung?
all right, mate, because you look
Auf
like
geht's.
you're having some sort of crazy
Moin,
fit.
fahren Sie in meine Richtung? Sehr
Ja.
freundlich.
Very kind. Thank you very much, sir. Right. Okay. So it's just those two. At least they've got each other company. Let's shut that up. Jump back on the bus. Close both the doors. Advance the time. We made it here quite early, didn't we? So advance to 10:01 and fire the engine up. Oh, because it's still in gear, isn't it? There we go. Right, okay. We'll play the announcement. And then I'll start riding a second.
Und herzlich willkommen bei Flixbus. Wir freuen uns,
Just check
dass ihr an
everything's
Bord seid
alright
und wir
before
gemeinsam
while he's
unser
playing
heutiges
his.
Reiseziel ansteuern.
That's all
Bevor
still
wir
on.
richtig in Fahrt kommen, hier
That's
ein paar
all
Hinweise.
still on.
Auch bei
The
uns
ABS
Bus
still
gilt
isn't
die
on. I don't know
gesetzliche
why.
Anschnallpflicht. Bitte schnallt euch deshalb während der gesamten Fahrt an. In den Sitztaschen vor euch findet ihr unsere Bordkarte mit weiteren
Don't know if that actually turns it off or turns it
und
on.
Infos zu unserem Snack- und Getränkeangebot. Eine Toilette befindet sich im hinteren Einstiegsbereich.
That suggests it turns
Wer
off.
kostenlos surfen will, wählt sich einfach in unser WLAN-Netz ein.
Someone have to let me know. Does that turn
Schaut doch mal auf unserer
ABS
Facebook-Page
on or
vorbei.
off?
Unser
It
Team
says
freut
ABS
sich
crossed
riesig
off.
über eure Likes und Nachrichten. Sollte euer Akku zur Neige gehen, kein Problem. Viele unserer Sitze sind mit Steckdosen
I'm gonna quickly check the.
und entsprechend gekennzeichnet. So könnt ihr euer Smartphone die gesamte Fahrt über nutzen. Wenn ihr eure nächste Fahrt auch gleich mobil buchen wollt, holt euch einfach unsere App und profitiert von exklusiven...
See, I don't know what this one does either.
Auf flixbus.de stehen täglich brandaktuell alle Infos und Städteverbindungen.
I'll switch it on for this episode and just see what it actually does and
Natürlich wollen wir
everything.
unseren Service ständig weiter verbessern. Für Feedback zu eurer Fahrt nutzt bitte den Fragebogen.
And
den
again,
wir
I
euch
don't
per
know what this
E-Mail
one does.
zuschicken. Wir danken für eure Aufmerksamkeit.
That does
und
something.
wünschen eine entspannte Fahrt und viel Spaß an
That
Bord
turns
bei
the old-
Flixbus. Hello and welcome
Hello.
to Flixbus.
Right, okay.
We're glad to have you on board and that we can get you to your favorite destination today.
Right.
Before we set off, we would like to share
I'm
some
gonna-
information about the journey.
Start ride. And then come out.
The wearing of seatbelts is
in
compulsory
gear.
on board the bus. Therefore, please keep your seatbelt fastened throughout the entire journey. In the seat pocket in front of you, you will find our information card containing further safety instructions and details of our snacks and beverages. There's a restroom located in the rear boarding area. If you would like to browse the internet free of charge, simply log on to our onboard Wi-Fi network. If your battery runs out, no problem. Many of our seats are equipped
Oh,
with
this could
power
be
outlets,
nasty.
which
There's
are
a
marked accordingly.
traffic jam build
If
up
you would like
here.
to book your next journey while you're on the road, simply download our app onto your smartphone.
Let's quickly
so you
see
can
what's
take
going on
advantage
just down the road. Might just be the traffic lights causing it. There's a set of traffic lights there. Let's hope and pray it is just the traffic
Our
lights.
service. Please use the questionnaire we send you
Creep
by
forward a
email
little
to
bit
give us
and
feedback
hopefully
about your
bully our
journey.
way in.
You can also use it to share your suggestions, ideas and requests. We are always ready to assist. And now, we can finally set off. Thank you for listening. We hope you have a relaxing journey and enjoy traveling with Flixbus.
I'm hoping there hasn't been an incident up there. Let's wait and see that light change. It's changing. Good. Oh. But they're not moving. Right, okay. This could be where we have to cheat, guys. We might have to cheat through here. Because I don't think these guys are going to move anywhere fast. Right. No one saw me do this, right? I had no option, yeah? That didn't happen. That didn't just happen. It's all in your imagination. Oh, see, the van's crashed into something up here. Yeah, that car's crashed into something, the van's crashed into that. So hopefully we can just bypass all this and go straight ahead once those lights are green. But while we're waiting for the lights, as I say, going back to the... just briefly on the old button box, as I say, it's something I've wanted to do myself, like I said, just to prove if I can do it. You know, I'm quite often hard on myself a lot of the time, and you guys might be thinking you shouldn't be so hard on yourself, Kev, you're a lovely guy, etc, 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 or might be going, well, you should be hard on yourself, etc, etc, etc. You know, like when I built my Sim Dash, that was a prime example. And if you guys don't follow ATS, Sim Dash is pretty much like a actual real instrument cluster which I made from an LD A8. I built it up just to, again, I saw one and I was like, that looks cool, I want one, and then sort of like looked into how much pre-made one's gonna cost, and they cost an absolute fortune. Right, I'm going, even though I'm not allowed to go on this. Go on, mate, you go ahead. There we go. That sorts the men from the voids. I did it just to prove to myself I could do it. But basically what it is, it's like a little board you can get from sim projects. This is again for you guys that have never heard of what it is and never follow my ATS series. And in that board it then relays sort of like the game controls, like with compatible games that use that have a sort of data. I'm trying to think of what the data is called again now. I forget. I forgot this problem the other day when I was discussing it with someone. But it's a kind of data. It's a lot of racing games have it. Where basically it's a data which is analysed from the car. It will jump into my head probably when I've forgotten it or when I'm not thinking about it. You guys are probably shouting at the screen what it is. I'm speeding.
Finden Sie nicht, dass Sie ganz schön heizen?
Green. But basically what it does is it takes that data from the game, because some games have it, like ETS, both ETS 1 and 2 has it, I believe. ATS has it. I need to be in that lane. Let's creep. over a little bit. I know I kind of didn't see where we needed to be until the last minute. I'm blocking up both lanes, I know. But basically it takes that data, as I say, the first game ever had it, believe it or not, was one of the Gran Turismo games. And it takes, anyway, going back to what I was discussing, it takes the data from the game, then you, with SimDash, uses the data it receives to make it into electrical pulses, and what it does then, you can wire up a real-time actual dashboard to it, like I have in mine, and then as long as it was electrically driven, not a mechanically driven dash, you can then wire it in. As long as you know how to wire it up, you wire it up onto the board, and then it takes the data from the game, and then it relays that data and then turns it into the volts or the pulses, which then the actual gauge needs to work. So you'll see the needles go, the RPM move when you accelerate, and the oil pressure and oil temperatures going up and down. You guys might be rolling your eyes going, well, yeah, we know this, Kev, we've watched your ATS, but again, like I say, it's for those guys that don't watch the ATS, only watch this, or coming in for the very first time and never heard of it. But basically that's what it does. And it's quite it's not easy thing to set up. You have to sort of like know what you're doing with wiring, ideally, and especially with car wiring. If you want to do it with a car, you can buy the gauges directly through them. They're quite expensive though, like 70 quid per gauge. Where I just went, well, there must be a cheaper way I can get around this. So I first of all bought my Audi A8 instrument cluster from sort of like Amazon. You can buy them for scrappers, by all means. I'd probably suggest doing that because it'd probably work out even cheaper still. But it has everything I need on it. Bar obviously the oil pressure gauge, which I recently updated onto my dash. It still feels a bit vague, the steering. I'm having to overcompensate really badly. I know they're working on to improve it, so, and I know what my settings are for my default settings. But I'm going to say, I'm going to do a quick test on ATS before recording, see what it's like, see if I get on with it. If I don't, then but if I'd give it a go and see if it's a little bit more responsive than it was, but not a great deal. You still have to, it still feels like a super tanker. You know, I'm probably turning the real wheel round. See, now I've sort of like got it sort of like from where grabbing the top of the wheel, if you can imagine the top of the wheel, to about 9 o'clock position on the clock face. So that's how much, and that's sort of like going to 6 o'clock now, 7 o'clock, just to make this bus turn like that, which, you know, it's okay. This wheel's probably a lot smaller than would be in a real coach wheel, so, you know, a real coach wheel is probably going to be 4 times the size of this wheel that I'm spinning round. But it shouldn't matter. It should be sort of like what you're putting in, the input you're putting into your wheel should equal and relate to the input you're putting in on the game. But you guys all going, oh, excuses, excuses. You just can't drive, Kev. Yeah, I think you might be not far off the back. My lead foot antics. They haven't been many updates for this game, Riz is late to say. There was an initial one, I think last week, but it just basically improved the control settings. And that's about it so far. And I think they've fixed some bug problems as well with certain stations. But other than that, there's not been any more sort of like... And I think they've introduced French into it as well, I think. There hasn't been any more sort of like updates or major updates in the game since that. I don't know... Oh yeah. I can be in this lane, I think. But the cool thing, going back to the button box, I won't go again too much detail because I wanted to try and discuss it a bit more and give me something to talk about in detail on ATS as well. With that, again, it works off the same principle as the Sim Dash. You need some sort of component. I've got several options lined up. There's what's known as a 12-button encoder, USB encoder, which is like a special board which you can use. It's a bit like it's just a generic board which take sort of like button pushes and then translate them into the computer so that it relates as not as a keystroke as such, but as a button push.
Meine Großeltern fahren schneller.
Yeah. I'm not going to wreck the bus. You just want me to wreck the bus, don't you? That's what you want me to do. Anyway, yeah, so... stop! Cool. See, now, if I just hold the brake for a little while, it should calm down, hopefully. Yeah, there we go. So basically, what it does, going back to the basic, you push button on it, and then it converts that button into either a keystroke or a button push to the computer. Now with that, the cool feature about that is you can see when you can add things like a key switch. Now some of you guys might be scratching your head thinking, what's a key switch? A key switch is pretty much like you get is exactly what it says on the tin. Sorry, it's ignition barrel in a sense, or a key barrel switch. Now, with a real switch, a real key, you can insert the key, you can turn it on, you can turn it off, you can take the key out. That is how it basically sort of thing that I'm thinking of, using that. And some other like buttons, which I'll go into more into when I'm on ATS. But pretty much making my own version. As I said, I'll put a link in description down below for what I've seen, and so you guys can have an idea of what I'm on about for my button box. But still no news from SKRS's Shifter or SCKIO Technologies, or whatever it is, Syntec Technologies. But still no news yet. It's almost 2 months now. 20th will be 2 months. They've definitely taken my money, so I'm a bit dubious about what's going to happen next. But it does take time, from what I understand. You know, I'll give it until probably, because to be honest, I'm going to be tied up with Farming Simulator 2017 when it comes out for a few weeks anyway. so it won't matter too much on that aspect of it. I'm looking forward to getting it, don't get me wrong. Because I understand it also got track IR in it as well, so it'll make my life a lot easier. I'm going the wrong way, aren't I? I was about to turn left to the right. Don't know what I was doing there. My brain just went in autopilot. We've reached our destination, which is cool. Oh, don't want to hit that coach. Oh,
Alles verschüttet. Danke.
no worries.
Wenn
I'll
ich
fix
nur
it.
vorher gewusst hätte, wie schnell und günstig Fernbusse sein können.
Thank you. We only had one little incident towards the end. I knew I should have turned in a bit more, but I turned the engine off. Opened both the doors. Let them grab their bags. There you go, guys. Grab your bags and you can get on your funky little ways. But anyway, guys, I'll leave it at that. Hope you guys enjoyed the episode. If you did, please don't forget to like, and if you know anyone else that may also enjoy watching the episode, again, guys, it helps me out a lot. Please don't forget to share, and if you're new to my channel or see future episodes of this and anything else I'm working on, please don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you in the next one. TTFN.